Something.
This is Aiden's opponent from last weekend, Daniel Gilliam. I just watched him compete.
So I used to grapple with Dan a long time ago, 6-7 years ago,
Oh,
probably. Yeah? He originally started at Strike Zone and came from like a striking background.
Of the evening. Please welcome to the cage first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Team Discipline, Daniel Gilliam.
As I was saying, he was coming from traditionally a striking background. Strong kid, tough kid, and was just really eager to learn the sport and get better at it. And I think with just being surrounded by solid wrestlers there for a while, as well as transitioning to Dexter's, down in Groton, he's found his niche and he grapples all the time. He's super, super active.
Yeah, he competes a lot.
He did post publicly recently that he was injured going into this fight, and he's got some things he has to get taken care of after this. But he said he's, for better words, we'll say, he said, I'm not a soft guy, so I will be competing regardless. But
knee injury?
I believe that is potentially what it is.
Representing Secret Pages BJJ, Clark Stan.
Well, I only asked because last weekend he had a leg lock shootout with Aiden, and there was heel hooks left and right. I mean, man, my knees wouldn't have lasted.
I don't believe it was from that. I think it was from previous injuries that just kind of, how it goes in the sport. Grapplers, wrestlers, fighters, you kind of...
If you're not hurt, you're not training hard enough.
Exactly, pretty much.
I love when you get new guys at the gym and they come up to you about their aches and pains.
Just wait, buddy.
Clark the Shark in the cage. Lifelong wrestler plans to win by rear naked choke.
And Dan here, learning a lot from Kirko Papizian. Is one of his coaches, and very high level jiu-jitsu, really good guy. I hope Dan does well here. And he's quite he does quite well with leg locks as well. I would assume that's what he'll be looking to try to finish the fight with.
Yep.
We were talking about how amazing it is that kids start when they're 4 or 5 or whatever, but Gilliam didn't start jiu-jitsu until he was 30 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, how old is he now? He doesn't look past 30.
It's the power of jiu-jitsu, my friend.
I believe he's around our age.
Okay.
Yeah.
27.
We'll go with that.
All right.
Nobody alive is around my age.
That's the one thing about competing with injuries too, right? Mentally, you also know you're not fully there as well, not feeling your best. But very tough kid, so I'm expecting if he can work himself out of this position, he'll be definitely looking to finish quickly.
And he's notoriously hard to finish with his head and arm choke.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So this is not...
I mean, hey, listen, I could be biting my own tongue in a second, but I've seen him fight out of this position more than a handful of times.
Combat sports have the reputation of the athletes as being bruisers, but Clark the Shark is actually a chemical engineer by day.
No way. I've been watching Clark come up in the grappling scene for like 5 or 6 years now. I remember him as a white belt at in South Windsor.
How old is he?
I don't believe I caught his age. I should have. Gilliam does look a little compromised from what we're used to seeing. That is tight.
Yeah, that's a really nice transition from Clark.
Wow. Yep. Oh, nice escape.
That is super tough.
Wow.
I think it looked as if almost he was waiting for that transition to the arm bar just to use it as an opportunity to escape.
I agree with you.
And right to a leg lock.
Off the cage, off the cage. Follow him. Stick your foot out, Clark. Control the hips. Control the hips, Clark.
can't even tell whose legs are whose at this point.
I think Dan is.
He's almost got a bite on that heel,
He does.
and he
He's
does.
got the heel. Yep.
There we go, Clark. Step back, get up, Clark. Very nice. Control his hips. Switch it on.
Nice pass
Yeah,
by Clark.
beautiful pass. Wow.
Knee on his belly. Slide to mount again.
That name, the Shark, is fitting.
Drop your weight. Good. Spin him down.
Back to the.
It's almost like Dan baits that head and arm. He wants him to attack it.
There we go, Clark.
He must be comfortable with his escapes from there.
Very nice, Clark. Stay on him. Take his back, Clark. Flatten him out. Here we go. Look for his neck.
Solid back grab right here.
Yeah, he's flattening
That's
out.
it.
There we go.
We got our first submission of the evening. Your winner, Clark Stan, Clark the Shark. Big win for Secret Pages BJJ in Tallinn, Connecticut.
Dan's a tough kid here. I wonder if it was tough from our angle with his back to us. He didn't go out, did he?
I did not see that relaxation of the body that
don't think-
typically precedes somebody going out.
I'm assuming this could be related to an injury.
To the,
potentially.
yeah, that was my guess. Something may have popped a little bit.
Yeah. Could be something he was referring to previous to the fight. This shows his character by coming and competing, knowing he's in that space, you know. Sold tickets, wants to put on a show.
Yep.
Kudos
good
to
dude.
the Moon Man, yeah.
I'm sure he'll get whatever is the problem taken care of, and he'll be right back to being a problem for anybody in the area.
If you win a decision, you get a teeny tiny medal, but if you get a submission, you get a big old belt.
I
Get a
don't
belt
know.
now.
Yeah, remember
Man, I
we
might
had the
compete.
we had the card where maybe it was 2 cards ago, where we were like, oh man, they're gonna run out of belts.
Yeah.
I think every single one was a submission. Competitive too.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner via rear naked choke, Clark Stan.
Oh, Leon Davis is coming up next.